Knightly Musers, followers of the pod, faithful few and hopeful many. This is Anchor by Spotify. If you haven't heard about it, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's the very platform that allows me to give you what I give you on the nightly. So let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And it gives you the ability to distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so much more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally FREE free. So here's where you come in. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That is ANCHOR.fm to get started. Thank you very much. Peace. Welcome to the Knightly Muse podcast. This is your host, Tinayeshe, and this is my sister, Rae.
Oh.
Say something to the people.
Hi, people.
Say something about your brother that the people don't know.
You have a podcast. I'm pretty sure they know everything about you at this point.
It's been 42 days. They probably know a lot, but say something. What do you love about me? What do you hate about me?
Oh, my gosh. Well, I love you. But for something they might not know, you used to grind your teeth in your sleep so loud I could hear it in the other room. You used to keep me up all night. All night. Just...
That's so funny. I totally forgot that I used to do that. Well, you heard it here first. Ray's the first sister on the pod. We'll get the other sister later. And we're back. I've procured the oldest sister, the elder statesman, the boss. D, say what's up to the pod.
Hi, Knightly Musers. What's up?
Hey, she even got the name right. That's crazy. All right. So your question is, what's your favorite memory of us?
I think my favorite memory is watching you do like all of your performances when you were in middle school and high school, and so you were Shrek in a play and all of these different kind of cool performance art things that you've gotten to do. I've always enjoyed watching those and experiencing those.
That'll do, donkey. You've heard it here first. D, Rae officially on the pod. I'll be back later with some more heat. And we're back on the road. Knightly Muse taking the road. Yeah, this is turning into a on the road week. Kind of just been how it's worked out. I'll obviously have some episodes where I'm back in a volume controlled environment. But yeah, those are my sisters. I love them a lot. They're great. And I thought, for the first time ever having them on any of my podcasts, it would be cool to be more lighthearted and funny, because that is the majority of my relationship with them. I mean, I confide in them with a lot of things in life. I've already, done an episode where I gushed about them, and there's no, I feel like I could do an entire podcast just about how much I love them and what they mean to me. They are two of the three best women I know, including my mother. And so I love them a lot and look up to them in a lot of ways. And so podcast official, Knightly Muse official. My favorite thing about my sisters is how different they are. I know what I can get away with which sister. With Rae, I could I could just spring it up on her. Like, we were in the elevator and I was just like, yo, what's up? This is the pod. D, I was like, let me come correct. Yo, so I have this thing. I would really love to ask you some questions. And she's like, why? What do you want? That's just my sisters. They're different in a lot of ways and similar in a lot of ways, and both are extremely meaningful to me. Day 6, technically, today. I played basketball. I was hooping, getting it in on the basketball court. My buddy Abe came through. Shout out Abe. Love him a lot. He's an all-around good guy. Deep thinker. But more than anything, he really cares about people. And he's also a fellow Duke fan. Shout out to their family. I remember before I even really got to know them, his mom just texted me randomly. It was like, heard you were a Duke fan. We've got an extra ticket. Or, like, we've got tickets and we're not going to the game if you want them. And unfortunately, I couldn't go. But I was just like, how about it? How about somebody just randomly knows that I'm a Duke fan at our church? That was pretty sweet. And that was really before I would consider myself fully, like, plugged in. I still sometimes don't feel fully plugged in, but it was sweet because again, this was still a newer place for me. And so shout out to the fam. Y'all know who you are. Jen and Abe. Whew. But yeah, day 6. So technically I did get 6 workouts in this week. So if I were to lift, to work out in a more traditional sense for 6 days and play basketball on Sunday, it really would be 7 workouts. I feel like I moved around more. I sweated more today than I did all week because it was tough. Yeah, and so it was a good day. Saturday was an absolutely wonderful day. Got to spend the whole day with my sisters, my mom and my aunt, and then go see Thor: Love and Thunder with some homies, with my buddy Alex. Fun fact, was supposed to play at his wedding, but I got the Rona, and so alas, I could not. But one of the things I said I've been posting on Instagram just a little check-in. And the hard part, honestly, about it is the accountability is nice. Now people know that I'm working out and people ask and, they'll check in on me. The hard part is also, like, for most things, I'm pretty to myself. Like, I'll tell people who I want to know. And I do think accountability is important, but social media is it's an exhausting place, but it's also fun. Like, I've been trying to have fun with it and not just, yes, I'm working out. Cool. I don't know if I need the, like, I'm proud of views, but at the same time, they are encouraging. And as a result of it, I got one of the most encouraging messages from my cousin. And it was so sweet. And yeah, it was really cool. And so there's been a lot of good that's come from the fact that I am regularly, I think at this point I'm just used to doing stuff every day because of the pod. I've said this before. I think my buddy Timmy, shout out Living the Dream podcast, he was like, yes, bro, Yes, bro. Consistency begets consistency, and I mean he's totally right. It's being in a position where I've set a goal for myself and I've stuck to it invigorates me to want to set more goals for myself. It pushes me to want to be consistent in other areas, and learning, like, in the same way that, spending time with God doesn't look the same every day, my working out doesn't look the same every day. I'm lifting different muscle groups. I spontaneously went to a workout class, and then one day when I was planning on just lifting, my boys were just like, hey, let's hoop too. So I've hooped twice this week. So I really did get 7 workouts in this week. There's fun in doing it and not trying to make it a formula, because I think a lot of times we get wrapped up in the formula that so strictly that it kills the joy. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, and this is just more of a quick encouragement for anybody who may have been in this situation. I've struggled with insecurity for a long time. It is, like I said in that episode, bleeding on people who didn't cut you. My mother picked a picture for my yearbook that I hated. And I hated that version of myself. It reminded me of the bullying. It reminded me of the things about myself that I didn't love. The time in my life where I felt so desperate to find a group of people that would appreciate me. But it's hard. It's hard doing that when part of the reason why you're desperate for it is, like, the people that you were around previously made you not appreciate yourself either. Knightly Musers, shout out Low Fly. We'll be back tomorrow.